So for this video, as you might have seen a few other times on my channel, I am doing interviews with the Beyblade Burst Turbo English voice actors. I have done Kimlihn Tran, who is the voice of Valt. I've done Brandon Winckler, who is the voice of Louie. I will have links to those previous interviews in the description below. For this video, we're doing an interview with Laura Stahl, the voice of Aiger Akabane. She did also mention a specific site that you can use to support her. I will have a link to that in the description below, and it personally mean the world to me if you'd be able to check it out, and if you're able to support voice actors. I'll leave a link to everything that's in the description below. For now, enjoy! Hello everyone, today we've got a very special guest, Laura Stahl, who voices Aiger Akabane on Beyblade Burst Turbo. Say hello!
Hi everybody! I'm Laura Stahl. It's nice to see you.
All right.
How's it going?
It's going good. So, start off with a basic opening question. To anyone who might not know who you are you to the people who are listening or watching right now?
So I am a voice actor. I work primarily lately in anime, and most recently I've had a show come out named Beyblade Burst Turbo, in which I play the lead. His name is Aiger Akabane.
Awesome. So, to anyone who maybe likes your performance in the anime and maybe wants to see any other of your work, is there anything else you're dubbing or voice acting for?
Oh, sure. What else have I done? I am in Fate Extra Grand Encore as Leonardo Bastario Haraway. I'm in Gundam Thunderbolt Bandit Flower as Bianca Carlisle. If you've got younger kids at home, if you've seen Shopkins, I'm in the movie Shopkins Wild as Scarletta Grateau. There's a list. There's a whole bunch of things. So you can go ahead and check me out just about anywhere. Oh, I'm in what else am I in? I'm in Seven Deadly Sins as Gerhid in season 3, and I'm in Sword Guy as Kuromaru. Just to name a few.
All right, so I am wondering too, how did you actually get into voice acting?
Gosh, that's a story. By accident. Actually it was sort of through a friend of mine. I have a really good friend who's also a voice actor that you may or may not have heard of. He's in Beyblade Burst Turbo as well. His name is Kyle McCarley, and he plays Suo. I don't know if you're familiar with that character, but he plays Suo, and he's one of my best friends in the whole world. I've known him for more than 10 years, before he started voice acting, in fact. And he started getting into it and was doing audiobooks, and he was doing some video games, and he started doing anime. And I'm also an actor. We were both pursuing acting at the same time. And he suggested to me, he's like, I think you'd really enjoy doing this, so why don't you give it a shot? And he introduced me via email to a casting director over at Bang Zoom Studios, and the rest is history. Oh, my cat's here. Hi, kitty. There she goes.
It's a little cameo.
Little cameo. There she goes. She's sitting off to the side over there. But yeah, it was all sort of by accident. I got introduced to Mami Okada, the casting director at Bang Zoom, and she very graciously let me come in and sit in on a few voiceover sessions just to see how they work. And I kind of fell in love with it then and there. I was like, oh, this looks like so much fun. I would love to try doing this. So I started taking some classes, and I got to know some other voice actors. And in fact, I didn't start at Bang Zoom. I started after getting to know some friends of mine, Lucian Dodge and Erica Mendez. They were actually working on an anime called Little Witch Academia, or they were just about to start, and they sent me my first audition, which I ended up booking, and I got a little role on Little Witch Academia, and that's my very first anime. And it sort of started snowballing from there.
Oh, that's nice.
Thanks.
So, I am wondering, do you know a bit about Beyblade, whether it's like the previous generations, or you mostly just know like more of the recent stuff, like Turbo, Evolution, that stuff?
I know a teeny teeny tiny bit. I remember when I was younger, when Beyblade first came out.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it then and knowing about it, and I was like, oh yeah, it's another one of those like really super competitive, like competition animes, and they're always so cool.
Yeah.
And but I didn't really get into it at that point, and then I heard about it more as it kind of reappeared all of a sudden a couple of years ago, and I was like, oh wow, it's still going. That's so cool.
Yeah.
And I I didn't really watch a lot of it then either. And then when the auditions came out and then I subsequently booked the job, I thought maybe I should watch some. And I might have watched like one or two episodes, but then as I started recording for the show and getting to know Eiger, I saw that he doesn't really know a lot about Beyblades to start out either. And so I thought maybe I shouldn't learn too much because I kind of want to discover it along with the character. So probably when I get further along or something, I might actually go back and watch a lot more of it. But as of right now, I'm kind of letting myself discover stuff along with Eiger.
Oh,
if that
okay.
makes sense.
Yeah, because my next question was actually going to be for the voice that you used for dubbing on Aiger. I was going to ask if that was just your own take, or did you base a little bit on the Japanese performance?
Actually, it's sort of when shows like this come out, or really when animes come out, a lot of the time when you start doing the voices and stuff, that's sort of a team effort. So part of it, yeah, it was my own take. Like I did my audition and I sent it in, and then I was approved, and then I came in and started working. But usually, especially if you have a larger role in an anime, the clients or the producers and everybody, a large number of the team will come to your first session or so to help narrow down what they think that the character should sound like. So it's really a team effort. They're like, oh yeah, I really like this. Maybe you should try a younger thing, or maybe you should try more aggressive. And you kind of narrow it down until you really land on where the character should live. So part of it is based on the Japanese iteration and their take on it. And it's really cool to take the Japanese and be inspired by it and make the performance your own. So it's a teamwork.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say with Turbo, I really love the casting that's done. Well, for example, the returning Bladers, they do sound like the older versions, despite them not actually being the actual voice actors in the previous dub. And even with the new ones, like I was surprised. I was like, wow, that actually is really good.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, I really have to say that I really love and respect the team over at Bang Zoom and the creative team of Beyblade itself. They spent a lot of time and care in finding exactly the right actors to come and portray these roles. It's kind of it's really nice because this title in particular is sort of beloved over at that studio and by the creators themselves. We all really wanted to take care to do it the right way and to really respect what's already been done and to continue on in that spirit and try to, but while as well making it our own and doing the best job that we possibly can. Yeah,
it's like making sure that it's accurate, but also giving your own interpretation on it.
Mm-hmm. Because it's really important to note, like I absolutely have so much respect for the studio out in Canada that had the property previously, and I don't have any say or actually any knowledge as to like how or why things get passed back and forth or whatever, but they did an amazing job on the previous iterations and stuff. And it's kind of a lot of responsibility to take up the mantle and continue it and keep it going, and while also noting that you can't be a copycat. You can't copy what they're doing because you'll never do it the way that they did. But you can do it the best way that you can. So it's really just teamwork and making sure that we're all coming together to create the best anime that we can.
All right. So I'm not too sure if you know this, but there's a big consensus. Like a lot of people do not like Eiger.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah.
I guess, dear.
I did a post on this because I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. He's pretty
Uh-huh.
alright. And they're like, oh,
Okay.
because he copied Valt's launch in the first episode.
Oh
What is he
man.
doing? I don't
You
like
know?
this guy. And I was like,
You
oh
know what? Yeah, I can see that. I understand that. And you know what? I kind of noted that. I noticed that when that happened because it's the thing about Eiger is that while he's very, very competitive, I think he's having a lot of trouble with how
yeah, finding
passionate
his own
he
style.
feels. Yeah, and finding his own style and finding his own way. And so he's really been learning from everybody that he encounters. If you notice, he notes what other people are doing with their attacks and their strategies and
Yeah.
how they launch and what they're doing, and he'll take it and he'll adopt it and make it his own. Especially when it comes to Vault, I think he really idolizes in a way.
Yeah, he
He,
does.
he really he saw him and he met him and he went, oh, he's amazing, and I want to be that amazing. I want to be invincible too.
Yeah.
So, it's well, there is definitely a rivalry. I think it's him. It's that utmost respect that he has for how far Vault has gotten and how high he has climbed. And I understand that some people might be upset they're feeling that he's copying and he's taking from, but that's really, if you think about it, that's how everybody learns.
Oh.
That's how everybody does stuff. So you go and you learn something from somebody else and you take part of that really works for you and speaks to you, and then maybe you might leave another piece of what you've learned and said, well, that doesn't quite work for me. That's really their style.
Yeah.
But this part I really can make my own and then build upon that because you've got a good foundation.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can understand why it's a little difficult for people to
To,
fall in love
to,
with Eiger because he's very abrasive. He's very loud and he's very aggressive, and
yeah.
He's got a lot of bravado.
Yeah.
He talks a really big game, but along with that, I think the great thing about that is that he's got so much to learn.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna get, he's gonna discover a lot of why maybe there are some parts of himself that he needs to reevaluate, and
Yeah.
and learning what kind of blader he really wants to be.
Yeah. And in regards to like the copy and the launch, I don't know if too many people realize, but Burst is an anime that relies on a lot of CGI for a lot of the battles, and
Hmm.
because of that, there's a lot of time that has to be devoted to it. So with a lot of
Yeah.
the characters launching it, they basically just have bank animation where it's like they reuse the
Hmm.
same shot when they launch, and like we've seen that many times before. I think actually, if I'm correct, and I'll probably have a picture if I'm editing this right now. I think
Okay.
Toko Oya actually they use the bank animation from Volt in season one for his launch. If not, it's very similar. And
Wow.
I can't remember too. I think it's the girl who had Gaion G2 in Evolution used Shu as a launching animation or bank
Hmm.
animation. And
Wow.
yeah, it's. I mean, I don't like if they're able to use the bank animation, they're able to like work it in together. I'm all right with that because they can't obviously draw this stuff. It's not like the old days where they used to. And
Hmm.
I like how fresh the anime is. I think they're able to work hand in hand with both the CGI for a lot of these battles and the animation that works well together. And that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was sorry. That's what I was gonna say. That's I like Burst a lot for that. It's not even like exclusive just to Burst. A lot of animes do that for very specific good animated shots.
Yeah, I think it's really cool dealing with the animation and seeing what has been adapted and kind of taken from, like, oh, this shot is really cool and
Yeah,
this really conveys what we're trying to do, so we're going to keep using that because, well, not only does the shot work in the story, but
yeah,
also, hey, it pays homage to what was there before. What did we do before? We're
yeah,
building on a foundation that already exists.
yeah. And
So
it saves time too for the production, so more time can be focused on a lot more of the actual battles.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right,
Well,
so oh sorry, go on.
go ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say it's really interesting because I mean there are some subtle differences each and every time because
Yeah,
sometimes in certain shows, not this one in fact, but in some shows they'll, like, for certain moves or what have you, they'll get bank vocal clips.
Oh, yeah.
Things. Yeah. We don't do that. Every time I say 3, 2, 1, let it rip is always a new one.
Even the little power-up scream he does where he gets like the red hair? Oh my.
Every time is new. Every time is new.
I
Because
like that.
there's always a little subtle difference every time. So sometimes it's in the timing, or sometimes it's in the intensity, or what have you, or that moment. So every time is brand new for me.
Oh, I like that. That is cool.
Yeah, I do too. It's really great because I think it's another layer of the storytelling. Because while we're in the middle of the heated battle and what have you, and sometimes those can be a little bit repetitive, it's still a new moment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was gonna ask, and there might be a little bit of bias for this one. Who's your favorite character in all of Burst? Can be season 1, season 2, season 3, Turbo.
Oh, golly. That's tough. You know what? I've been having a lot of fun with Ranjiro. Because I mean, of course I love Eiger. Of course, he's best boy. But I have to say it's been really fun exploring the friendship between Ranjiro and Aiger. They've been really fun, and Steve Prince is the voice of Ranjiro, is hilarious. He makes me laugh every time.
Yeah.
And he's so good, and it's been really fun to have that back and forth and a little bit of humor in there.
Yeah, he's basically like he's the little brother of Rantaro, and he has like this goofy hair on him.
I know, it's crazy. It's so funny. We giggle about that a lot. We talk about that a lot. And he's got that giant comb.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
All right.
So,
you've seen most of the products for Burst, right? Like the toys and Turbo specifically, right?
I've seen a few. I've seen quite a few. Yeah.
So so there's the starters, which is Achilles, Valtryek, Fornius, Lunar, and then after there's like the 2-packs with Teletoon and all that stuff. So you at least know some of that, right? So,
I've seen some of those.
Yeah, all right. So out of all the Turbo Bays you've at least seen, what would you say is your favorite one? It can be maybe because for competitive reasons or just because you like the design, like whatever your reason may be.
I mean, right now, just because sentimentality, I love Achilles. Just because he's my bae. He's my bae. So I love Achilles. He's great. But they've been really, all of them look so cool. They all seem really like amazing. Luinor looks really awesome. He's really cool.
Lunar's a bulky one.
It's a bulky one. So it's really cool. So I haven't gotten to play with all of them, but I'd probably say right now my 2 favorites are Achilles and Luinor.
Oh, nice. Especially with this arc too, since Louis is doing his cup rights now to battle against these bladers.
Oh man, that was crazy.
Yeah, so I guess with Turbo for me, the thing is with Achilles, I like Achilles for even regardless of what version it is. I like it. It's just so with burst bays, it's how tight they are. So like the slope on the bay and the performance tip. But the thing is, what's really weird with it is that Achilles is the weakest one out of the bunch of the starters. Even though in other incarnations, it's actually a lot different. And I hope Hasbro, please, they make like a good Achilles because I like Achilles a lot. Has a nice design, has like a cool little knight avatar. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I have nothing to do with the design and stuff, but you never know what they're gonna come out with and what they're planning. I know that they're definitely working on it. And they've got a lot of stuff going on. If I'm not part of that conversation, but hopefully
whatever's public, whatever's public, I'll be able to show pictures of. But,
right. But, I do have what's right here. I have the Japanese version right here. I've got this guy.
Metal.
There he's go. Yeah, there he is. I keep hanging out. He's a little front of mine.
I love the Achilles.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say specifically why. If there's other videos where I talk about stuff about Achilles, maybe something changes, maybe something doesn't. But I really like how, especially with Turbo, how they really did change up how the designs were and how the gimmicks were. Because before, it was sort of like, for the evolution system, okay, we're going to have a lot of gimmicky layers. Maybe if Genesis Valtryek, maybe if you hit the bay, there's a spring action, it'll knock it back. Or Spryzen, it can go left, it can go right, and it can absorb. Stuff like that. And with
You
Turbo,
know,
no. Oh, sorry, go on.
uh-huh. No, I was just gonna say it's been so really and it's been really interesting and exciting being a part of the franchise and getting to learn so much about the bays
Yeah.
because I had no idea before, but it's so involved and there's so much technology
Oh
and there's
yeah.
so much, it's like, whoa, my gosh, I had no idea that like this whole world existed and there's such passion for it and it's amazing. So yeah, it's been so cool to find out about all of these things. But what were you gonna say about the turbo in particular?
Oh, I was gonna say that one thing I do like for Hasbro, despite
Mhm.
whatever, there's no metal or whatever, it's just plastic or it's metallic paint. I
Right.
like the fact
Mhm.
that more of the recent stuff, like the betas are actually tight and they're actually good, but the performance tips is something I actually like a lot now. It's grown on me because
Oh
you have your
yeah?
battle ring mode, right? It's like the normal mode,
Uh-huh.
basic, it's the short one. But then for the
Okay.
slingshot mode, right? You make the bay
Uh-huh.
actually taller, and they all become attack types in slingshot mode. I love it.
That is so cool. Yeah, it's just been so interesting to see what kind of ingenuity that the creators have up their sleeves. You know what I mean? Because it's they really have kind of evolved and changed over the course of the creation of the franchise.
Yeah, and
So yeah,
Hasbro's interpretation will obviously be different from TT. They can't do it
yeah,
100% because of production and all that stuff, and how it's a lot
hmm
more if they try to do
hmm
everything. But
totally.
I think it's some nice stuff that they have there, and I am interested to see where it goes because there is a lot of days that we've now gotten
Mhm.
pictures for that'll later be appearing in the anime, and a lot of these bays have like crazy gimmicks. One I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure already came in the anime in the dub. I have to double check, but it's earlier on. It's Salamander by
Okay.
Suo, and like
Oh.
you have a lot of these
hmm
crazy bays like Salamander can just jump around, or you can
Yeah.
switch the bladed mode. I'm like, that's cool. I like that.
When I first saw that, I was like, they could even do that? How? I don't understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy what they can do and the new and amazing things that each one has. They all have their own really like very specific personality. So
Yeah.
it's so cool. Yeah.
And
So
I can talk about this now since specifically they did show clips on it, so it's not really a
okay.
spoiler. On the official account, they had a video called "Ride the Rails." That
Uh-huh.
is for the future arcs. One arc, the next arc that's right after this Louis one. And I like how they
Okay.
actually adapted the Slingshot Rail Rush Stadium into like the actual product. Like the
Yeah.
bays can actually ride the rails and go around. It's cool.
That is cool. That is amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the release, that web release, but I think I know what you're talking about. So
Yeah.
that's really cool. Yeah.
Have you seen a picture of the stadiums or do you
No, I
know?
haven't seen those yet. I'd love
Really?
to. Hmm
I'll make sure to send a picture after this, but
Yeah, please do. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it.
it's crazy. It's crazy. So, I think I've asked everything I have to ask, but if there's anyone who's listening right now, do you have any message for them? Anything to say, etc.?
Gosh. Let's think. I guess I'd love to say everybody just, keep on blading and keep having a great time. I hope you'll all still stick with Eiger through the course of the season. He's got a lot to learn, and it'll be really amazing to discover it along with everybody. Um, and I hope you're all really enjoying what you're doing, and I hope everybody just keep trying to be the best that you can be.
Yeah. All right, that's good. So everyone, she does have a Twitter. I want to make sure
I
link in the
do.
description, and I'll make sure to post a segment at the start if I don't forget. It is at Laura underscore Stahl. Stahl.
Yes. Yes.
Give a follow, please. Otherwise, I'm gonna burst my Z Achilles in the back.
Oh no. Yeah, please. Yeah, I would love that. Also, I don't know if you guys have heard of it. There's actually another platform that I've been active on, and you're more than welcome to come and give me a follow there and hang out with me there. I don't know if you've heard of. Have you ever heard of Unlocked?
No, I'm not familiar
No.
with it.
It's a very new technology. You can download it on iOS and on Android, and it's this really cool live streaming. They call it Comic Con in your pocket.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's a lot of voice actors, there's a lot of cosplayers and creators on there, and they'll all do it very at the least. Everybody does like a weekly web panel, which is live broadcast, and you can interact with the creator in real time by you can contact them with texting and sometimes you can do picture-in-picture contact, and you can actually talk to them face to face. And it's been really, really cool. I'm on there. Here, I can pull up what my little app is.
Yeah, I'll make sure to link that to her. I'll like edit on an image showing what it is.
Yeah, here it's unlocked or unlock UNLOCK .app.link/Laura Stahl, all one word. And that's me. And it would be so great to interact with you guys if you have any more questions about Bays, if you have questions about the show, episodes that have already aired. I would be more than willing to talk with you guys. I would love to interface with you guys and have more interaction. I love that. All right. So please do. All
right, I'll make sure to link everything, and if anyone has any more questions, I'll try to reply to it. I don't know when this interview is probably going to go up. We're going to try to do one at least every week, but that's it for now. Just
great.
Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed that interview, and if this interview doesn't get to 2,000 likes, and if you don't support the sites that I have linked in the description below, this Achilles A4 will burst, and you don't want that. So let's meet those goals, okay? Okay, thanks for watching. I'll leave links to everything like I said in the description below, and as always, have an awesome day.